We yearn for it, this deep, almost primal desire that courses through our veins, urging us to seek something real, something true. It's a hunger that gnaws at us, whispering in the quiet moments, calling out in the chaos of our daily lives. A life lived in full color, vibrant and unapologetic. We crave experiences that make our hearts race, moments that take our breath away. We want to feel alive, to be immersed in the richness of life, to dance in the rain and laugh until our sides ache. A life true to ourselves, not a pale imitation, not a borrowed melody, but a symphony composed of our own notes. We seek to walk our own path, to carve out a space in this world that is uniquely ours, to find peace in the quiet moments and strength in the storm, but the raw, imperfect symphony of our own design. It's in the brushstrokes of an artist, the notes of a musician, the words of a poet. It's in the way we choose to express ourselves, to share our stories, to leave our mark on the world. This is the hunger for authenticity. It's a quest for meaning, for connection, for a life that feels true. It's about stripping away the layers of pretense, the masks we wear, and revealing the raw, unfiltered version of ourselves. It lives in each of us, a quiet whisper at first, then a steady drumbeat. To shed the masks, to silence the inner critic, to simply be. It's a journey inward, a journey to the core of who we are. A quiet whisper at first, then a steady drumbeat. To shed the masks, to silence the inner critic, to simply be. It's about finding the courage to be vulnerable, to show up as our true selves, even when it's hard, even when it's scary. To silence the inner critic, to simply be. To embrace our flaws, our imperfections, and to see them not as weaknesses, but as the unique qualities that make us who we are. It's about finding peace in our own skin and joy in our own company. But the path to this genuine self can feel shrouded in mist. It's not always clear, and it's rarely easy. There are moments of doubt, of fear, of uncertainty. But it's in these moments that we grow, that we learn, that we become more of who we are meant to be. How do we unearth this truest version of ourselves? How do we dig deep, uncover the layers, and find the core of our being? It's a process, a journey, a continuous unfolding. It's about being patient with ourselves and trusting that we are exactly where we need to be. How do we break free from expectation and embrace the liberating power of our own unique voice? It's about letting go of the need for approval, the fear of judgment, and stepping into our own power. It's about finding our voice and using it to speak our truth. The answer, my friends, lies in the beautiful intertwined dance of freedom and creativity. It's in the moments of joy, of connection, of pure, unfiltered expression. It's in the way we choose to live our lives, to follow our passions, to be true to ourselves. This is the hunger for authenticity, and it's a journey worth taking. Freedom, the word itself sings with possibility. It is the oxygen that allows the fire of self-expression to ignite. Without it, we are caged birds, our songs trapped in our throats. Imagine a blank canvas. This is the space freedom carves out for us. It is an invitation, a whisper urging us to fill it with the colors of our soul. No judgment, no limitations, just the boundless potential to create ourselves, to choose our hues, our strokes, our textures, to paint a self-portrait that reflects the messy, magnificent truth of who we are. And how do we paint this portrait? How do we capture the essence of our innermost selves on a blank canvas? With the brush strokes of creativity, of course. Each stroke, each color, each texture tells a story, a piece of our soul. Creativity is not just the domain of artists and musicians, but a birthright we all share. It is the language of the soul, a universal expression that transcends boundaries and connects us all. It's the spark in a child's eye as they build a pillow fort, transforming ordinary objects into a magical kingdom. It's the joy of a home cook adding a dash of inspiration to a family recipe, turning a simple meal into a feast of love and creativity. It is the courage to try, to explore, to express, to step out of our comfort zones and embrace the unknown with open arms. Every act of creation is an act of self-discovery. We learn about ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses, and our limitless potential. We delve into the depths of our being, unearthing hidden passions and long-dormant dreams. In these quiet moments, we find clarity and purpose. We give ourselves permission to play, to experiment, to become. In the process, we not only create art, but also craft our own identities, shaping who we are and who we aspire to be. Section 4, Icons of Uncaging, Frida Kahlo and the Strength in Vulnerability. Think of Frida Kahlo, the iconic Mexican artist whose life and work have inspired millions around the world. Her story is one of profound resilience and unyielding spirit. Confined by both physical pain and societal expectations, she transformed her suffering into breathtaking art. Despite enduring a lifetime of medical issues, including a debilitating bus accident and numerous surgeries, Frida never allowed her physical limitations to define her. Instead, she used her art to explore and express her deepest emotions, turning her personal pain into universal themes of love, loss, and identity. Her self-portraits, bold and unflinching, were a testament to the power of embracing one's truth, however raw or unconventional. Each brushstroke was a declaration of her existence, her struggles, and her triumphs. Through her vivid and often surreal imagery, she invited viewers into her world, challenging them to see beyond the surface and to confront their own vulnerabilities. Or consider the music of Nina Simone, another powerful figure who used her art to break barriers and speak her truth. Nina's music was not just entertainment, it was a form of activism, a call to action. Her voice, a force of nature, channeled the pain and resilience of a generation, challenging the status quo and demanding to be heard. Through songs like Mississippi Goddam and I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free, she addressed issues of racial inequality and social justice, using her platform to fight for change and inspire others to do the same. These women and countless others like them dared to live and create on their own terms, paving the way for generations to come. Their legacies remind us that true strength lies in vulnerability, in the courage to be oneself, and in the relentless pursuit of one's passions, no matter the obstacles. Section 5, Culture's Kaleidoscope, a spectrum of expression. Culture, too, plays a role in this intricate dance. It can be a source of both constraint and liberation. Some cultures embrace individuality, encouraging self-expression in all its forms. Others may emphasize conformity, making the journey to authenticity more challenging. But even within the most rigid structures, the human spirit yearns to create, to break free. Like a seed pushing through concrete, we find ways to express our unique voice, to add our own vibrant thread to the rich tapestry of human experience. Section 6. Breaking free from the mold. A personal journey. I remember a time not so long ago when I felt stifled, trapped by my own fear and self-doubt. The expectations of others felt like a heavy cloak smothering my creativity. It was then that I discovered the transformative power of allowing myself to create without judgment, to silence the inner critic and simply let the words flow. It wasn't easy at first. There were false starts, crumpled pages, moments of crippling self-doubt. But I persevered, fueled by the knowledge that my authentic voice, however imperfect, deserved to be heard. Section 7. The Invitation. Embrace your own creative rebellion. And so, my fellow travelers on this messy, magnificent journey of life, I invite you to do the same. Embrace your freedom, unleash your creativity, paint your own self-portrait, compose your own anthem, dance to the rhythm of your own heart. The world is waiting to witness the unique masterpiece that is you. Dare to be free, dare to create, dare to live a life that is authentically, unapologetically your own.